Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday, October 4th, and we're here as usual to solve the New York Times crossword puzzle. One thing jumps out immediately to me. This puzzle was constructed by Gary Larson, who I have no idea if this is the same Gary Larson, but that's the guy who wrote the Far Side comics. And wouldn't that just be awesome if he was a crossword constructor? So, hoping for that. Wednesday, so could have a theme, could be a little bit tricky, but not expecting too much of a challenge. And 10-day streak, I don't know. I lost my 62-day streak right before that, so hoping that this is the start of the next one. Kind of a quiet week for me here. There's snow high on the peaks here in Vale. There's it's definitely getting colder, and we have our last event of the season at the amphitheater tomorrow. A stand-up comedian named Bert Kreischer, who's on his Tops Off to the World tour, which means he takes off his shirt, and I don't know. It's probably going to be like 45 degrees at showtime tomorrow. So good luck to him. Anyways, I hope you're having a good week. Let's do some hump day stuff and move on with our lives. Sound good? Good. Let's do it. Cousins of daisies. I think those are asters, right? A longtime pugilists group. Is that like the WBA, like the World Boxing Association? Could be. Um, let's see what this is. Yeah, because that'd be whaling, right? I bet this is WBA. Underlying or salad herb. And AIDS. Those are amps. Yeah, it's got to be WBA. The highest of highs is either Acme or Apex, right? Let's see. It's probably Acme since this isn't going to start with an X. So let's say that's Acme. A Central Plains nation, I'm not sure. It can be cured. Ham is a thing that can be cured. A singer with the Living Proof Farewell Tour, as well as Here We Go Again tour. I don't know. Oh, is it Cher? Maybe that could be. Yeah. Superfluous, like extra. I don't know. A Nile Danger's an asp. A story or mosaic piece is probably a tile. What to compile before travel, or a choice that's not really a choice. Hmm. What to compile? Something list, right? Compile before travel. This is going to be basil, I think. Who knows? A bench press muscle is your your pectoral. German refusal is nine. I think that's how you spell it. It could be the other way. N-E. It's nine? Because this is like think twice. We'll find out. Feel bad is to ale. Plus is maybe like an asset. Free for all. Erect, yeah. I'm going to say that's an asset. Material for a loom. So I said that was like wool, but I would have been wrong. Go to bed. Home to Iolani Palace. So this is maybe a Wahoo. I think this is a Wahoo. Archaeological projects are digs. So far, pretty easy cruisy puzzle. It doesn't seem like there's a theme here, and there's nothing all that tricky. But we do have some interesting, distinct fill. I mean, share and basil and whaling. I mean, these are things we don't see all the time, so I like it. Tickle pink or top notch. So it's not elate, which is what tickle pink would have made me think. Walks fancily or some rulers. This is going to be opt. Ari Grande. And then walks fancily or some rulers. Not sure. Will supplement. Parishioner's portion is a tithe, 10%. U-turn, U-haul, could be either. Loud, this might be garish. Let's say that's garish. So that's probably U-Haul. Big Apple clothing brand is probably DKNY, Donna Karen, New York. And I'm just thinking that because it's the only one that's got New York in the name. Up to is Till. What do we got here? Oops. Answered a charge. Is that like pled in court? Carpe diem. Fa sol la. Tido. Eden to nod direction. I don't really know what that is. Greenland or Garland. Greenland or Garland. So I mean, Greenland is like, I'm thinking like lay, like LEA, and then Garland, I'm thinking like lay, like LEI, but I don't know how that would work. Dynamos or menus, not sure. Lines on an airline map, like routes, a vintage vehicle, a surprise element in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy. I should really reread those. I read them when I was a kid and I loved them, and I can't. It's been since then. App name for a karaoke star, relative of a hogshead, much studied microorganism. A fly in the face. Maybe that's like a pest. Bond is a spy. A bait is like ease up, maybe. So I stopped midway through to say that this was pretty easy, and then this southern section of the puzzle is not so much. Each is probably a pop. Fawn angel or luxurious fabric is satin or Satan. Wait. So there is something going on because like now I've got two of these where I feel like it is themey. Fuji funk is an enoki mushroom. Central Plains are the Pawnee Indians. Superfluous is So what's gonna go on here? Like some pitches in public is seen. This is a packing list. Packing list. Like some pitches. Is this, I mean, like, huh? Uh, well, now I'm confused. A lip cover or a better's pile is a chip stack. Lip cover. So it's like chip stack or chapstick, right? And then this is like a packing list or a picking last. Okay, so that works. Not sure how I'm supposed to enter these though. On the record, in a way, though not on a record. Like tacit? No. In good shape. Two for loom. A block ending. It's like edu. Sensational scoring feats or sensational songs. Like hit. Sensational scoring feats. Oh, hat tricks or hit tracks. Okay. It's like princes. Squarish is unhip. It must be prances. Block ending. Oars and pairs are that's skulls. Kind of a soldier, like a tin soldier. Nevada mining town. A celeb is on who's on E News. Cabo cheers Olay. This is just to say, so this is like an apology, okay? Cast aspersions on. I feel like maybe ease up is wrong because that might be like dist. Could be. A C-shaped tool is like a clamp of some sort. And then this is lay. I just don't know how you're supposed to enter these. Like, I feel like I'm going to be stuck at the end because I entered it wrong. Because, like, should this be. Oops. Um, like, should this be princes? I'm going to say, like, princes and hit tracks so that this one is lay. I don't. Bad thing to do in class is, like, sit up. Picked do's are afros, stuffs or spots. Social group. So ease up feels wrong here. Social group. But maybe this is like east. Social group could be like a tribe, and this would be east. Could be. We'll find out. Boats or bothers. Like, this is irks or arcs or arcs or irks. This is bills of fare or balls of fire. It's a kooky puzzle. Stuffs or spots. All right, so this is sates or seats, right? And I'm going to say this is bills of fare and irks. Supposed to be a keg, maybe? Bad thing to do. Sleep in class. Okay. Australian export is Hollywood's Evan Rachel Wood. What is this? Arcs on a map. Mike for karaoke. And a comedy club division is a set of comedy. Superfluous, like, so I gotta do picking last. Underlying basil. And so this is some pitches. Oh, resins. So otios, I don't really, I hope that's right, but material for a loom. Like, what is that? Block ending, blockade. So, like, what is material for a loom is. Oh, yarn. Oh, resiny. Oh, God. That's tough. Go to tickle pink or top notch is elate or elite. This must be taped. So elate, in good shape, solid. Will supplement. This must be tin. Will supplement. Surprise element in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy trilogy. Oh, part 4. Amoeba. A bait is lesson. So, like, I really have no idea what is going on with this one. Oops. I feel that's skulls. See? Skulls, will component, code. Codicil. Huh? So it looks like I could have entered these theme answers in either way and it would have accepted them, or maybe I was supposed to enter them with a slash. I don't know. But it worked. I mean, it's interesting though, because like if you entered this as packing list, then this one doesn't work with the letter swap. So I don't know. This was a little bit confusing. Um, Pretty hard for a Wednesday themer, and had some really weird stuff like Otios and Codicil. But let's have a look. 1344. I mean, it didn't give me a ton of delay or trouble, I guess, but that was a tough solve. Kudos to Gary Larson for keeping us on our toes on this hump day. Asters, I mean, we see that a bunch. It's too bad about boxing. Like boxing really, I mean, when I was growing up, boxing was a big deal. Even when like the top boxers weren't all that exciting. Lennox Lewis, like, can't get that excited about him. But now it's like, I mean, like Floyd Mayweather is the most boring boxer in the history of the world. I don't understand why anyone would pay to watch him fight. But anyways, the point being that the WBA has really handed the crown over to MMA and UFC, because no one cares about boxing anymore, and that's a shame. Acme, Pawnee, obviously this will make us all think of Parks and Rec, which is one of the all-time rewatchable shows in history, and they live in Pawnee, Indiana. Cured Ham, Share. I can't say I'm familiar with either of these tours really, but 4-letter answer, and once I had that C there, Share just seemed obvious. Otios, I feel like I've seen this before in puzzles and probably complained about it. Don't like it, and I can't imagine anyone using that word. Asp, tile, tail, packing list, picking last, pectoral muscle, 9, ale, asset, yarn. So yarn was fine, but like resiny, I mean, resins would work for the down here. Resins are like some pitches are resins. And so this really kind of gave me some difficulty. Go to pot. That sounds like a old timey expression. I'm not totally sure. I think it just means go bad. Like, but I don't know. I'd be curious what the origins of that are. We also have pot and then opt, which feel a little bit same. Oahu, cool. Diggs, elite, Prince's Prances, Codicil. I mean, that sounds, first of all, it sounds like a medicine. But I don't, I mean, a Codicil? Holy crap. I guess if you've filled out a will, maybe this is a really obvious one, but I haven't, and it isn't. Tithe, U-Haul, DKNY, Till, Pled, Carpe, Soul, East. I'm curious. I mean, Eden to Nod, like, are these two real places or are these biblical places? Like, and if they're biblical places, like, I mean, I guess like it must be part of the story that they had to go east from Eden to Nod or something. But I don't know. I thought that was kind of a stretch for cluing east. Um, uh, lay, balls of fire, bills of fare. That's cool. I like that one. I mean, these are well done, especially the ones that are like multiple words: packing list, picking last, balls of fire, and bills of fare. Uh, so here we have arcs and then arcs. Not a big fan of that. REO Part 4. That's a tough one, and surprise element in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Like, I'm familiar with it. I feel like that might have worked a little better with like Indiana Jones, but then I guess Indiana Jones, we have a surprise part 5 too now. So I don't know. That was a tough one, a little bit of a stretch with the Roman numerals and whatnot. Mike, Keg, Amoeba, Pest, Spy, Lesson, great. A pop, satin Satan, think twice, enoki mushroom. It's funny, I'm not a big mushroom guy, but when you get those fresh ones, like sometimes people forage them around here in the summer, and my God, like a fresh mushroom that was picked this morning kind of thing is so good. Resiny, scene, whaling. I never read Moby Dick, and probably I never will. Um, basil, amps, act, chapstick, and chipstack. I like that one also. Again, like the 2 word things. I guess chapstick's 1 word, and chipstack could be 1 word. But I like that. And big poker guy. I had some friends over for poker last night, and it's all about the chipstack. So melee, erect, garish, taped, solid, blockade, opt, Ari Grande, hit tracks, hat tricks. So yeah, I mean the ones that are multiple words definitely are more fun and interesting. Unhip, skulls. That was a tough one. I mean, I guess I should know that that's with a C and not a K, but I didn't. Tin Soldier, Eli. I don't know. I guess maybe there's some historical significance in Eli, Nevada, but I don't know it. Celeb, Ole, Apology, Defame. Interesting. Clamp, Airy, Sleep, Afros, Sites, Tribe, uh, Irks, Opal. Oh, I should have known that. Opal. That should have been more obvious for me. Evan Rachel Wood. Can't remember what she's been in, but she's a movie star. And a set of comedy. All right. Just like Bert Kreischer's going to do tomorrow at his Tops Off to the World tour. Anyways, we got through it. Hey, nice job. Despite a couple hiccups there at the end, 13:44, not a bad solve time. Pretty fun Wednesday that kept us on our toes. In spite of a couple of bits of fill that I'm definitely not a fan of, like Otios and Codicil especially. But we got there, and we need a little challenge on hump day so that the rest of the week is downhill once we hit the hump and cruise into the weekend. If you're still here, please click the like button. That's great. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that. That's also great. As always, I appreciate you joining me here, and I hope you'll join me again next time for another live solve of the New York Times crossword. Thanks. Bye.